the bathroom. Oh, man, I'll wait till you come out.
Boy, bring your ass off up in here. What you talking about? You wait till I come out. I smelled your shit for 22 years. Now you can't smell mine for 5 minutes.
Now, whose ass I gotta kick to get myself a beer off up in here? Now look at you, Martin. You got 2 tenderonis in the house. Vanilla and chocolate. 2 big old dips. You're just like your Uncle Bob. What the hell you want, boy? Damn.
Charles, can I use the bathroom, please?
What you gonna do? Number 1, number 2.
Number 2.
Shh. You ain't gonna drop no big and low tip. Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. In the goddamn refrigerator. Eating up all the food. All the chicken. All the pig feet. You ate my dinner. Now, Marcus, I hear your dog got your pussy whipped. Why don't you reverse it? Don't be pussy whipped. Whip that pussy. Look, bang, 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 bang. They're nothing but punks. Sissified. So quick to pick up a gun. You're scared to take an ass whipping. This is what makes you a man. When I was growing up, this was all the protection we needed. You win some, you lose some. But you live. You live to fight another day. What the hell going on here? Hey, shut up all that damn noise. This ain't Soul Train. Where's Don Cornelius with this stiff neck? Hey, you shut up all that damn noise. I paid $15,000 for this house. Who else is over there? Public Enema? What's his name? Public Enemy? Public Enema? What the hell is a Public Enema anyway? Who will give a Public Enema?
Walter.
You going, hey, brother, you by yourself. What's wrong, brother? Said maybe that big waterhead you got. Hey, shut up all this damn noise. Hey, baby. Yes, you have got some nice ones.
Walter.
Oh, baby, shut up. I'm just playing with the little kids. You should come down and find out what she's eating, and maybe you can get you some. Hey, y'all shut the hell up there. You stay right there. That's a bitch. Here.
What are you doing?
Calling the police.
For what?
These kids are driving me crazy with all this damn noise.
Call them on yourself. You the one making all the noise.
I got the wrong number too, baby.
Church house, gin house, schoolhouse, outhouse, on highway number 19. The people keep the city clean. They call it Nut Bush. Oh, Nut Bush. They call it Nut Bush City limits. Nut Bush City.
Goddamn, man, what the fuck you doing in there, huh? That ain't what you supposed to sing. Now, you know better than that. You know you got to sing this motherfucker the way I told you to, right? Goddamn, man, how many motherfucking times I got to tell you? You gonna sing the song, you got to sing this motherfucker. You dig what I'm saying? I want to feel this motherfucking song through my skin. You got to get up. I want you to get up from way in here. You better put some stink on this motherfucker. You better sing this motherfucker like your life depends on it. You understand me?
All right. Come on now. Come on.
Damn, how many motherfucking times I got to tell her this?
Church house, gin house, schoolhouse, outhouse, on highway number 19. The people keep the city clean. They call it Nut Bush. Oh, Nut Bush. They call it Nut Bush City limit.
Look here, what the fuck was that? What the problem is? What, you done forgot the words?
Of course, I can remember the words like I wrote it.
Yeah, you wrote the motherfucking song and now you can't even remember the goddamn words? I mean, what the fuck you doing? Yeah, all right, now, look, ain't nobody gonna buy this motherfucker unless you sing this motherfucker the way I know you can sing it, Ann.
I'm trying to help, Ike, all right?
Trying to help Ike. You trying to help Ike? I ain't the motherfucker that need help. You the one that needs some help. What y'all think about this?
What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and I am back in the motherfucking building, honey. And this time, honey, I am back for a recap of Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 12. You guys, can you believe we are on season 12? Let's give it up for my girls. They have been holding it down for 12 motherfucking seasons, bitch. Yes. Yes, girls. Yes, my girls are back. Yes, I'm so happy. Woo! One thing I wasn't happy about is my motherfucking girl, knee to the motherfucking knee. Miss NeNe Leakes was not in the motherfucking place to be on this episode. I heard she's not going to be on the first 3 episodes. I don't know what the fuck that is about. Some people are speculating that she really was suspended. Y'all know, for supposedly, allegedly, whatever you want to say, attacking the damn cameraman. She told y'all to get the fuck up out her closet, okay? I don't give a damn if you work for production or not. I tell you we ain't filming in the motherfucking closet, then bitch, that's what it is. You respect those things, okay? I will see you soon, Miss NeNe Leakes, in these upcoming episodes. What was it? Episode 4 maybe she'll be on? I love NeNe, you guys, because I don't give a fuck what nobody say. She brings a lot of energy to this cast. In my opinion, my personal opinion, she is Real Housewives of Atlanta. She is the housewife that was married, had kids. She fit the show. The show is called Real Housewives of Atlanta. Not Rent a Husband. Not I'm going to pay off your tax debt and you get me, knocked up with a baby and now you don't want to film with me. This bullshit that Kenya keeps putting us through, honey. I ain't got time for it, okay? Boo-boo, oatmeal pie face, I ain't got time for your bullshit. In the beginning of the video, you guys, I wanted to pay homage to John Witherspoon. He was one of my faves, you guys. I love him. One of his best movies to me, I felt, was Boomerang. I love the bang, 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 bang. I love that shit. And I loved him in House Party. Ever since I was a little girl and I would watch that movie, I was like, who is that man? Because I love the one part where he says, hey, baby, yes, you have got some nice ones. And the wife was like, Walter. He was like, oh, baby, please, I'm just playing with the kids. You need to come out here and get you some. Funny man. May his soul rest in peace. I give my condolences to his family. Going through such a hard time. A lot of people, you guys, are just dropping like flies. I've, heard of a lot of deaths. So, I just want to give a big rest in peace to him. As far as the Ike Turner piece, anybody that has been following me for a certain amount of time, you know that whole Ike and Tina, that's my shit. That's one of my favorite scenes in the movie when he says, you wrote the song and can't remember the goddamn words. That is something that really coincides with my channel because that's something that I always say. I always refer back to the Ike Turner, and really it's like a staple for my channel because when Ike is getting Tina prepared, that's kind of like he get me prepared too. I need this motherfucking show to be off the hook, so I'm kind of, in Tina mode, when I'm listening to Ike. But that whole fucking scene is so fucking iconic, and what's love got to do with it? So I'm a very big fan of that movie. Lawrence Fishburne, Angela Bassett, y'all motherfucking did that movie, okay? It was a very sad story, you guys, but the movie did have some funny parts. And thank God Tina got away from Ike's crazy ass, okay? But Lawrence Fishburne, baby, you did that. I hope they gave you an Oscar for that shit. They probably didn't, though. They always ignoring good performances and shit. But that's another story, honey, for another day. Let's get back to these damn housewives. Y'all, if y'all hear me munching on something, y'all know I gotta have me some snacks, some popcorn, gummy bears. I got some Halloween candy. Got my Pepsi. I am ready to go. We got Kenya Moore. She is back on the show. A lot of you guys, are excited about it. I am neutral about it. Kenya is not one of my favorite people on this show. Because I just feel like her storylines have been fake and have been contrived. Yes, Kenya is a very attractive woman. You know, I give Kenya that. And Kenya can read. You know, I give her that. But she is not, I'm sorry, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Does she bring something to the show? Absolutely. I feel like even though all the other girls are not my faves either, I just feel like everybody brings something to the show, and that's what makes it special. You know, that's what keeps us all tuning in. But I was not one of those ones that was like, oh my God. Because some of y'all was just absolutely ridiculous. It's so boring. Y'all was so bored last season. Hell, we had a wife on here with her husband. Her husband actually wanted to be filmed. So I don't get why y'all was complaining about Shamari so much. We got this bitch back on the show. Beautiful baby, Kenya. You did, well, I was going to say you did that. You carried the baby. But that baby looks like Mark. I don't see nothing of Kenya, but you did good on picking the man, honey, because that baby is gorgeous. I ain't seen a baby that gorgeous in a long time. Porsha's baby, very gorgeous as well. Porsha's baby, though, in my opinion, looks more like her. People are saying the baby looks like Dennis. I don't see it. I think the baby looks just like Porsha. Very gorgeous little girl. Both of the girls. But yeah, we see this bitch Kenya back talking on these goddamn answering machines. Okay? Playing with our intelligence. And a lot of you all will sit up here and say, well, Kenya is this and she's so intelligent. What is intelligent about some woman getting on TV lying and talking to a goddamn voicemail? When on Married to Medicine do you see Heavenly talking to Damon on a voicemail? When do you see Jackie talking to Curtis, Toya and Eugene? When do you see any of that? When do you see Candy and Todd? When do you see Candy talking to Todd on a voicemail? When have you seen Porsha talking to Dennis on a voicemail? Okay, even with as fucked up as their situation is, when have you seen that? And y'all sit up here and will hate on NeNe all day. I don't like her. That's fine. You don't have to like NeNe, but I'm just saying that when she started this show, when she came on this show with these girls, she had a husband and we physically saw his ass. We seen them together. I mean, this bitch does some of the most contrived shit and you motherfuckers will just clap and bow down to this bitch. I'm not with it. As soon as she began talking on a goddamn voicemail, oh, I miss Mark and, you know, my relationship, she got to lying. I knew the bitch was lying. She lied a few times in this episode. I caught you. I saw you, goddammit. You was telling a goddamn fib, and I'm gonna point the shit out. She was talking and saying, oh, I knew we were gonna get married, which they eloped. Wasn't nobody at the wedding, and all that shit was done on purpose. Kenya, you said that I saw us living under one roof. That was a lie. Why the fuck would you say that? And this man doesn't even live in Atlanta. His restaurants are in New York. So common sense would tell the average person that that man had plans to stay in New York. Those were his plans. You sitting up here, well, I just didn't get what I thought I was getting. No, you knew what you were getting. You wanted a baby, and that was the goal. And then all of a sudden in the blogs, you sitting up here telling everybody you getting a divorce and you're going to divorce your husband. That man left you. Now your fake ass is back in the blogs again. Oh, I want him back and I want to make our family work. And Mark is paying you dust, sweetie, okay? He's saying it's too late to turn back now. I believe I want to get away from your crazy ass. Okay, anybody know that song? That ain't quite how it go, but I did what I could do, okay? But I'm sick of this whore and her lies. She got her ass on Watch What Happens Live last night and shaded Phaedra, talking about how Phaedra lost everything. At least Phaedra's storylines were real. Like Apollo really went to prison. You know, they really were married for some years. You know what I'm saying? And had known each other for some years. What is your shit is always contrived. And I love how Bravo shaded this bitch, showed us her struggle relationship with Walter. where she was trying to get him to propose and have a baby all in one fucking day. I love how they showed her interacting with Matt and how she kept stringing his mental health issue having ass on. You know, she was antagonizing him because even Matt called the bitch fundamentally deceptive, and she is. Now we have this new situation with Mark. And you knew, Kenya, that this man had no plans on wanting to be on camera, which is fine. But Kenya, you're on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Everybody else has to show their husband. You interrupted a person's marriage when they was on here, Phaedra and Apollo's. Okay, and Apollo was wrong too for flirting with you or whatever, but you initiated a lot of that. But yet your husband isn't around. And, you know, your husband, your marriage gets a pass. And they saying that NeNe go come for your ass this season. And I'm here for it because the bitch deserves her karma, okay? Okay, so the next storyline that we got is Porsha. Porsha really should have came first because we already know how Kenya's storyline will play out. But that's neither here nor there. They had YouTuber Tasha K all throughout the fucking episode. Tasha was spilling tea about Dennis and Porsha. Y'all remember, I think this kind of all took place back in the summertime where, you know, she was reporting that Dennis allegedly had cheated on Porsha. If you have been following me for a while, I called all this out, okay, before Dennis cheated. I was suspicious of Dennis, and his behavior towards Porsha. Last season, Dennis, you know, laid it on thick when it came to Porsha. The gifts, the money, just there was a gift every episode, you know, for her. And a lot of people are like, oh my God, I'm so happy for her. Oh my God, she got such a good man. And I was one of them ones. I called it out. I felt like all of that was too suspicious and it was superficial. Then we had the rumors that Candy, you know, knew somebody that had dated him and he got all these tattoos on the person. You know, he had tattoos on his body of that particular person. And then him and Porsha, they did, you know, the same thing with the tattoos. And, you know, we are falling in love and it's going so fast. It went way too fast. Porsha, I like you, but you also know you probably don't know. Look, my subscribers, they know. I have a love-hate relationship with Porsha, you guys. On one hand, I feel like she's a very fun girl. You know, I like her with the girls. But I also, and I feel like Porsha is a, genuine person. Like when she was first introduced on the show, I felt like she was a nice person as opposed to Kenya. I always felt like Kenya was mean and was a bitch, you know, but I didn't really feel like that about Porsha. And then I kind of noticed something last year when NeNe had told her not to go in her damn closet and the bitch started playing victim. I didn't like that. All of that made me just not really like Porsha. So I'm not the biggest Porsha fan. I do like Porsha, but, you know, I kind of feel neutral about her, you know, until she makes her next move. I don't really care for women that are very materialistic. When she got on that reunion bragging about how much her ring cost and all of that, I'm just looking like, do you have a man that loves you, that is committed to you, that is not cheating, do you really have that while you're bragging about how much something cost? You know, so, and even Porsha's dynamic with her mother. Sometimes I feel like her mother is more of a friend and not a mother. I like Miss Diane. For the most part, she seems like a loving mother, like a feminine mother, you know, because some of us, let's be honest, we got masculine mothers, honey. We got butch mothers, honey. But Miss Diane, honey, keeps it real feminine, honey. She's always talking to her little boys, got a new wig on. Miss Diane, honey, they lost some weight, you know. But I always kind of question their relationship because one thing, when you have a daughter and you're more of her friend than you are her mother, then you're not really going to check her when she's wrong and when she's doing things for the wrong reasons. Like dating men like Cordell just for the money. Like, look at what happens with that whole situation. And Porsha, this is not good with Dennis. Now, I know a lot of people will say, well, people have ups and downs in their relationships all the time. I get it, you guys. I really do. I get the temptation that is out there. But at the same time, Porsha, you are starting out with this man. You just carried his baby for 9+ months. You know, you done carried this man's child. You done went through the labor pains and all of that. And he's out here cheating. And, you know, and then supposedly the whole story is not even true what Tasha K was reporting, because reportedly, you know, he ain't even really met the woman. The lady tells Candy a little bit later in the episode that, you know, she's never even met Dennis. And, you know, there's all these rumors out here. But Porsha don't believe that, though, because she know that she saw something inappropriate in Dennis's phone. And like I told you, you guys, Dennis is one of those guys. He is just a classic womanizer. He might be a good provider, but just because somebody is a good provider, that does not make them a good husband. Okay, so he got all these hustles. You know, got the hookah lounge, got the hot dog factory. You know, he got all this shit going for him. But at the same time, he does not come off as being a loyal, faithful man. He's not, I don't care how financially well off he is. He's just not that dude. And Dennis ain't even all that cute to me to be doing all this cheating. Like, nigga, who told you? Porsha settled, honey, when she laid down with you. In my humble opinion, honey, she settled. So why you out here cheating? Who told you you was cute? Okay, and ladies, let me explain something with the cheating. The cheating goes this type of way. You either stay in a relationship and accept the fact that he's cheated, okay? And you do this whole thing of, oh, he cheated on me, and oh my God, and I can't get over it. Or you boss the fuck up, cheat on the nigga back, okay? You cheat on him back, and you can either leave his ass, or you can stay with him and let his ass know. Well, hell, better yet, let him see, honey, that you kind of creeping too. I'm just saying. Because these men, they really get this ego thing about themselves, you guys, when they are the ones that are stepping out. And I like for a woman to humble a man and let his ass know, nigga, you ain't the only one that can have it your way, honey. You ain't the only one. I got options too. Porsha is a fine ass woman, okay? And a lot of men would love to have Porsha. You know what I'm saying? Because she has a really good personality and a really good heart. But Porsha, you gonna have to decide, honey. And look, I would put Dennis' ass on child support. Okay, I would get right to my coin, honey. Secure the bag for me and baby PJ. And I would be moving my ass on along the yellow brick road. Because Dennis ain't all that cute anyways. You always kind of want to look at how cute the man is. You know, I'm just saying it wouldn't be good either, you guys, if he was fine. But at least when he fine, you can kind of put up with it a little bit better. You know, I'm just saying. But Dennis, you don't even look like you put on deodorant all the time. You look like you wear the same socks 3 days in a row. Like, I don't trust you, Dennis. Okay, but Porsha in there crying and telling her mother and her sister, I just can't believe he did it. I just can't believe he would do. Girl, believe it. Candy tried to tell you. Okay, and I get it. You know, Candy, her hands ain't clean either. And Candy, apparently, allegedly, Todd been creeping on you, but that shouldn't be no surprise because those type of things happen when you do threesomes with your man. Okay, but I get why she didn't want to hear certain shit from Candy, but because Candy really dragged out that whole drugging, raping thing and acting like she can't forgive nobody and that she's so perfect. Bitch, please. I want Candy off this show, you guys, and I'll get to that when we get to her segment. But I get it, but Porsha, there was so much information out here on the man that you decided to be with, you know, and you made a superficial decision, in my humble opinion, because this man had coin, you know. Next next time, make sure he got coin and he got a nice face, okay? Maybe we can tolerate a little bit of this, but he got to go, okay? Porsha, don't pull that whole thing with your mother with Dennis. Oh, he's still family, and I know how you feel about him. And why are you trying to make it look like your mother did something wrong? That nigga, that ninja is playing you, okay? Playing you. Don't do that. That my baby daddy. That's just my mama. That's just my cousin. I told y'all we don't do that shit on this channel. We deal with facts, and the fact is that man can't keep his hot dog in his pants, okay? Don't you dare get upset with Miss Diane. She ain't did nothing to you, you know? She kind of was serving me, you guys, Khloe Kardashian once, you know, how Tristan had cheated on her, and then Kim and Courtney, all of them was upset before she delivered that baby, and I don't know if I want that negative energy in the delivery room. Bitch, the man that cheated on you is the one delivering such energy. Don't you dare get mad at your motherfucking family and the people that's trying to help you, okay? Porsha, you're serving Khloe Kardashian. It is not cute, honey. You need to secure that child support check, okay? And you need to keep it moving. I'm going to just tell you. Because once a womanizer, honey, that's something that man ain't going to be able to break. Because a lot of these men, you guys, they feel because they buy you nice things and they buy all these gifts. Now, don't get me wrong. Miss Robinson loved the good gift. But goddamn, when you giving it, you know, every damn day and every minute of the day, it's like he's preparing you for the big blow that he's about to take to your forehead, okay? I already knew what Dennis was doing last season. I called it out. He was prepping that girl. Oh, I'm such a good man. Oh, I got a little more here when I proposed. Oh, I did this. And look at what you did, Dennis. Porsha, don't you go out like that. And Miss Diane is a different mother than what I had, honey, because my mother would have been like, girl, you need to leave that nigga, okay? Get that child support. You need to close the door, okay? Miss Diane in there crying, honey. I ain't never had no mother like that, but y'all can cry all day. I say get to filling out that damn paperwork, okay? Miss Diane, what the hell is that on your head? I heard of dreadlocks, but shit locks. I'm just playing. Take that shit off your head. So next we got Candy. We got Candy, you guys. Every time I see Candy Burris on this show, I be wishing it was Phaedra. It's supposed to be Phaedra. Phaedra was supposed to come back. Y'all know my girl Phaedra, honey. Phaedra Parks, that is, honey. Okay? She is dating the guy that used to be on Have and Have Nots. I stopped watching the show because Tyler Perry's writing has really gotten horrible. I mean, I think he making too much money, honey. The writing, I'm not interested in none of them other shows. The Oval, I ain't gonna be watching that shit. I may check out Sisters, okay? I may, because I am a big Girlfriends fan, and I just like to see when my black women get all together, but that is a story for another day. We are here talking about Candy. Candy, no one cares. We don't care about the surrogacy. At least I don't. We get that you a rich bitch. We get it. Beep, beep. I get it. Okay, but I'm bored with you. She tells us she wanted twins, but one of the embryos, I guess, you know, fell through. She's going to use the one. The one lady is pregnant and is so far along. I think the lady is about 14 weeks or something like that. So I'm just not interested in Candy. What else can she give us, you guys? Another OLG restaurant? No one cares, okay? I think it's fucked up what she's doing with Phaedra, dragging this shit out. Candy holds grudges. Candy is a Taurus. That is what that sign does. They do the most backstabbing and then want to say, I'm still mad at you, bitch. Get over it. I'm just returning the energy that you gave me. Okay, get over it. We saw what she did with Escape, and now we seen what she was doing with Porsha on these seasons, acting like she couldn't get over what Porsha had did. Bitch, you were not innocent. If you were only fucking your husband, you wouldn't have had you wouldn't have had half those problems, Candy, okay? But as usual, no accountability, no responsibility. And it is what it is. But I am sick of her on this show. She really could go, you guys. They could give that check to somebody else. Next, we got my girl Eva and her man, Michael Sterling. Y'all done heard in the news that Eva got little Marley's name switched over to Sterling. She is no longer a McCall. And I applaud you, Eva. Get rid of that deadbeat with his violent, abusive ass, okay? I am all for Eva starting her family over. I am so proud of her. Eva is another one of my faves on here because I feel like what I see is what I get. And I love women like that. On top of that, very beautiful, very gorgeous, okay? I remember Eva back in 2003. I had just graduated high school and she was on Top Model. And I was literally rooting for her to win on that show. And when she did, honey, I was crying with Eva. So I feel more connected with Eva, like more than any of them. Because it's like, I remember Eva, you know, before the fame and any of this, honey. So I like her. Her and her man, their main storyline is finding a new home away from that crazy ass Kevin McCall. Because supposedly, honey, he liked to stalk her everywhere she go. Do I believe it? Yeah. I could see his crazy ass doing that. What is this shit I'm hearing in the blogs that allegedly he wants to try to get some type of custody of Marley? No, you're abusive, you're crazy, you're toxic. And the only reason why he wants to have anything to do with that daughter, not because he loves her. I think Michael, the stepdad, or hell, let's just call it, that's her dad, you know, because he's the one that does everything for her. But the only reason why Kevin McCall is even probably trying to get his daughter is simply because he cannot deal with the fact that a real man has stepped up to do his job. A lot of these men, you guys, they have really big egos and they don't give a damn about these children. Let's just call a spade a spade. They don't give a damn about the children. It's just, I don't want another man, you know, raising my seed. You know, I don't want that man around my child. Well, motherfucker, another man is gonna do your damn job if you act like you can't do it, okay? So, Eva, ignore his toxic, dusty ass. Keep his ass in the court system and he'll give up because I don't think he got that much money, no way. But you ain't heard that from me, honey. Okay? Well, you kind of did, but, you know, just act like you didn't. All right? Moving along. Okay, honey, so next we got Cynthia and Mike Hill. Now, I had dragged Mike Hill over how he looked before, you guys, because he just looked kind of funny in the face. You know, he just looked a little special in the face. He looked a lot better. He did. You know what I think it is? He wanted them men where he would look a lot better with facial hair. But he looked better, you guys. He really did. I have nothing negative to say about Mike Hill. You know, he looked like he is deserving now, honey, to be next to our supermodel, Cynthia Bailey, honey. Cynthia, that's a bad motherfucker. Now, she a lying motherfucker, too. And she is an old flip-flop. She is. But, goddamn it, Cynthia, at least you look good doing it, baby. But not too much going on with them. We know that they have their own Instagram hashtag chill, which is for Cynthia and, you know, Hill, which is Mike's last name. They're basically talking about how Mike is, you know, thinking about proposing and how he wants to do it. Cynthia is like trying to control that. I'm like, Cynthia, no, don't do that. Mike is a lot different from Peter, honey, okay? I think he gonna treat you a little bit better, okay? And leave your credit score alone, okay? So don't run the man off, honey. You see what your homegirl Kenya does. She constantly runs these men off. You don't want to do that, okay? Let the man propose. I like how he was talking with her. I feel like he's somebody that really wants to be a partner to her. I'm happy for Cynthia, but I'm a little sad for Cynthia because you are, what is she, 51, 52? And it's just like, damn, I don't know. This is like the last section of your life. Look, I ain't trying to kill the lady off, but now you get a good man. I know you mad that you wasted all that time with that damn Peter. I like Peter and Cynthia, you guys, though. I'm not going to act like I didn't like their relationship. I thought it was very funny. It was very real, you know. It was interesting, and it did bring a lot to the show. It really did. But I like Mike Hill more for her because I just feel like he treats her with the respect she deserves. Peter would be like, no, I'm in charge. I decide everything. You know, Peter, you know, he Jamaican, honey. You know how them Jamaicans is, honey. They take charge. What they say goes. But I'm loving the energy with them. Their biggest thing is if they get married, are they going to be able to live in a home together? I don't think so, because, well, it looked like he living in LA and a lot of his work is in LA and we know Cynthia's in Atlanta, but I don't know, though, if they need to say, well, we're going to live in the same home. You may not live in the same home all the time. And at least Cynthia, in your situation, unlike Kenya's, he's actually willing to work with you, you know, so don't put that pressure to live with him all the time. Just, you know, make it work. And I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing her and Mike, you know, together and down the aisle in no time. So hopefully they work that out. So next we got Kenya and Cynthia. And basically Kenya let Cynthia know she had that pretty, beautiful baby in her arms. I couldn't stop looking at Kenya's baby. Kenya, if it wasn't for your daughter, I would probably be fast forwarding. Look, can't even get the damn words out, honey. I'm over here eating this popcorn. But I would be fast forwarding your scenes. Because you just, everything is a lie. It's contrived. It's, girl, bye. Hello, Brooklyn. Okay, bye, Kenya. Hello, Brooklyn. Anyways, Kenya lets her know she wants to introduce baby Brooklyn to all the girls. So she wants to have a Barbie themed party. I thought that was a really good idea. They start talking about NeNe and how NeNe and Cynthia are not cool. And, you know, Kenya's making her little comments. Kenya, you are very jealous of NeNe and Cynthia's relationship. And you just need to stay out of it. Because I noticed how NeNe, and yes, NeNe was throwing shade at Cynthia Seagram's party. Okay, I admit she was being shady. But at one point, she did get her shit together at the end and did try to speak to you. And you just kept ignoring her and wanted to talk to Greg. And, like, if you go act like that, then get your ass on, you know? So don't even talk about NeNe if you don't fucking like her. But, hell, without NeNe, what else do you have to talk about? Your motherfucking invisible husband ain't around. So, I mean, what else do you got, child? Kenya, shut your ass up. She gonna try to bring up the fact that Walter was invited to NeNe's wedding and NeNe didn't give her a heads up. Girl, you didn't even really have, that don't even count. You can't even compare that to what Cynthia did to NeNe. It doesn't hold any weight. That man did not want you. And I think it's a blow to your ego that man did not want you. He saw that you were mentally unstable. And, you know, I do a lot of joking on this channel, you guys, but Kenya is unstable. She needs counseling. It's one thing to look attractive. It's another thing to be a stable, healthy acting woman. And I think that her husband, Mark, kind of sees that. You know, he kind of sees the other side of the coin a little bit. But Kenya never owns her shit. She's always antagonizing people and pointing the finger. Really quickly, you guys, go check out Kay Sherrill's video. She's a YouTuber. She did a video on Kenya, and she made some very valid points. She even played a part between Mark and Kenya and how Kenya was antagonizing that man, being real nasty with him, making fun of like how he speaks, and you know, she was just being nasty. So y'all check her out for reference point. I like what Cynthia said about her relationship with NeNe. She said at 52, I don't want any of my friendships to be hard. I feel her on that. I'm at that point in my life, and I'm in my 30s, so I like what she said. But Cynthia, you need to own up to what you did in that friendship too. I'm just saying. They also talk about Porsha's situation. Kenya, you really should be keeping your mouth closed, okay? Because your nigga ain't even around, okay? He ain't even in the same state with your ass, which shows us what he thinks about you. I did not like Kenya arguing with Cynthia. Cynthia is, in her 50s. So what if she's excited and happy about getting engaged? What is wrong with that, Kenya? Like, damn, yo man, and it's because Kenya is unhappy, you guys, in her marriage. And I think Cynthia knows that. This is the first episode, but I'm seeing something in their friendship. And you all like to act like, well, in Cynthia and NeNe's friendship, NeNe is just this bad person and she's not supportive of Cynthia. I see the same shit with Kenya. Like, you are supposed to be her good girlfriend, her good Judy, and you can't be supportive, Kenya. You ran off, got you in a elope. Well, let that man propose to you. She's just excited about it. She did nothing wrong. But this is how life works, you guys. When your friends, they're not happy in their own life, let you have some good news. They want to question and doubt how you feel about certain things. And no, girl, bye. We see another scene with Porsha crying with, her mom, and you see her sister Lauren. That Lauren looks a lot like Porsha, honey, when Porsha was thin. Porsha done got thicker than a Snicker, honey. But Porsha is not with Dennis just off of love. And that's the truth she's not willing to tell. This relationship has a lot to do with money, has a lot to do with the business between her and Dennis. I think they got some new business together, so she's not going to make her decisions just based off of love. She's going to put up with this man's shit. I kind of see a little bit of, you guys. Will they last forever? No, but Porsha going to go right back to him because everything in this relationship is not based off of love. So we get this scene with Candy, Cynthia, and Eva. They are at OLG eating. Eva's ordering up a lot of shit, honey. She even tried to eat off Cynthia's plate, honey. Eva is a very small girl, honey. She must not be that far along in this episode. But anyways, the girl Dennis allegedly was having an affair with came to Candy and told her she didn't know Dennis, told Cynthia and Eva the same thing, and they are waiting to carry the bone back to Porsha and let her know that maybe Dennis wasn't cheating after all. Yeah, right. Candy, you can't wait to spill the tea, but she like, no, I ain't gonna say nothing because she gonna feel a certain kind of way if it comes from me, and that is very true. Okay, you guys, so we are at Kenya's Barbie party. Everybody looks nice and pretty. Kenya's daughter looked really pretty. Porsha, when she arrived, her and baby PJ looked very pretty. Porsha asked Eva, where are the kids? Why didn't you invite the kids to the event? She was talking about Eva's kids. Eva said, well, I don't really know Kenya like that. That's pretty much what she said. But Porsha decided to make a big deal of it and say, well, you ain't never had no issue with Kenya. Porsha, you and Kenya are not friends. I don't give a fuck if y'all just had a baby, okay? Your friendship ain't gonna last. It ain't never lasted because the bitch ain't no good. So, I see you trying to turn over a new leaf and be cordial. I'm cool with that, but don't put words in Eva's mouth. I was not feeling that. And you did that shit, Porsha, because you're unhappy in your own life. So Kenya gets some information from Eva, Candy, and Cynthia about, the girl that Dennis allegedly was sleeping with. The whole thing isn't true. And they're just trying to figure out the right time to tell Porsha. And Kenya is just like, oh, well, I could tell her this now. Now, didn't you say you changed, bitch, with your lying ass? I caught this bitch in so many lies. It should really be about the kids. They didn't want to use the event to bring up that type of information. Here go this messy bitch. Oh, I'll run and tell her. Yes, Bravo. Show us how Kenya and Porsha never got along, honey. I am living for all these past clips. That shit was funny. So Kenya ended up telling Porsha that the situation with Dennis isn't true and she wanted to try to give her some good news. Kenya, it wasn't your place. You should have let Candy, Cynthia, and Eva carry that bone, but your nosy ass had to get involved, okay? Had to fucking get involved. All right, you guys, that's all about That's all I got to say on that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Get in them comments. Let me know how you feel. I'll check you guys out later.